So I wanted to show you about how to design a card which can be hovered using shadow box. So something like this, you can hover this, you can hover this. Also you can see the cards has media. So here is a media image with small avatar and also the title and some dummy text here. So let's move inside right away. So I have my HTML file here with the index and also my style sheet here, and I've got my CSS connected with the HTML, and I have a title here. It's showing cards with media. So let's move on and design our. So first of all, we're going to design something like the whole card instance. So before we add the hoverable animation to it like this, so let's start with this one I'm checking whether my CSS is connected with the HTML. That's why I gave it a background of red. So let me clear that off and save it. So yeah, I will define a div with class container. So just to test whether it's showing up. So yeah, showing up. So what I'll do is I want everything I'll design or I'll be at the center of the web page. So I'll first of all style the class container and make it and add a padding to it. So let me target container. Then give it a padding of 100 px. So this one, everything I will design will be centered here. So let's move on. So we have a div with a class of card, right? Then the card, we have the card image. So another div with class of card image, card img. So we are not going to put anything into it. So let's define the layout before we start. So this one too, we have the card body. Okay, so in the card body, that's where we'll have our media. So class media, and also you have to get so the media we have, if you can have a look over here, we have the media, we have the avatar here, and also the text description, the title, and some dummy paragraph here. So that's what I'm going to do. So here I'll just place in an image tag. Okay, image tag source of dot. So then this div I'll give it a class of media text. So media text, media text. Then I'll add a h3 tag which will show our interior design. Then a paragraph. I'm going to pick this paragraph here. So okay, so this one's showing something ugly, right? Yeah, so I've defined the layout and I think everything is ready now. So let me add an image tag here, which will be the main card image. So that's the card image that will show on top here, and also the avatar, that's what I defined here, and also the card text also separately. That's fine. So let's move straight into the style sheet and add some design to it. But first of all, let me add the images. So if we are adding, and so I want to grab some images from pixabay.com. So pixabay, then I'll add it to my. So first of all, let me let me search for interior designs, and let me pick this one. So yeah, I'm not going to download it. You can download it if you wish, but I'll just copy the image address, then I'll place it inside my image tag with the source, then image. So yeah, I'm using a live server, so that's why everything gets refreshed automatically. You can, if you're not using a live server, so what you can do is you can just hit the reload this page, then everything will refresh. Yeah. So also I want to add my avatar image here. Let's look for developer. So let's see. Let's look for this developer. Okay. Let's look for this one. Yeah, this one is good. So I'll just copy this image address and then paste it here at the media. So the media source attributes. So this is going to fetch this image right from this link into the HTML page. So yeah, you see, very nice guy. It's a MacBook laptop. So yeah, now I think here is, so let's target the class card right in the HTML, and let's give it a weight of 18 rem, right? Then also we're going to target the card image here. So that's the card, so we use the dot card img, then we'll give it a height. Okay, we'll give it a height of 180 px. So this means that this image here is going to use this card height. So the card of a height is going to be used by, let's target this image tag, image img tag. So same thing, dot card img, that will give it a weight of 100%. Let's see what's going on in the browser. Okay, so everything is okay. Let's see something here. Oh, we forget, I made a mistake here. So it's actually image img, not, so that's it. So let's style the card body. Okay, so this card body dot card body, that will give it a margin, so overall margin of 1 rem, and then target the media. Okay, then we'll leave it just like that, empty like that. Then let's target the media image. Okay, so this image is this guy, right? This image, this one. Okay, so media image, this image is inside this media, so we'll use this media class to target the image. So media dot media img, so we'll give it a weight, first for a weight of 50 px, then a height of 50 px, and let's give it a radius, something like a round circle, rounded image. So that'll be the border radius, so border radius of 50%, and let's see what's going on. Oh, okay, very nice looking guy here. Okay, so now what we're going to do next is we want to reposition this img and the media text. Okay, media text class, we want to reposition them. We want to make them line in horizontal form, so they'll be in a row. Okay, so target the main media class, which is
this. Okay, so we'll give it a display of flex. Okay, flex, then we'll give it a flex direction of row. So this will make them being what, an horizontal form. Okay, so that's that, I think. So now what we do next is there is a space here which we don't need that space to store the design, so we're going to limit that space. It's from this tag, this h3 tag, so we're gonna target this h3 tag, then we'll limit the margin it has here. So let's target this class here, media called media test, so that we're able to use it to target h3 tag. Okay, so media text dot media text and h3 tag, then we give it a what, margin bottom of 0.5 rem. That's it. I think here. So that's it. So we get a small nice piece. So now what we're going to do now, this font is very nasty, right? Not that it's nasty, I mean I don't like this font. So just go to Google API font, sorry, so we just go to Google Fonts API, then we look for Monstrat. So Monstrat, we'll just add it here. So let's clear out this ones. Okay, so we'll just add it. So click here, it comes. So we'll just customize it and add a semi-bold to it. Okay, add semi-bold to it, then embedding, we'll use the art import, so meaning this one will be at the top of our CSS file. Okay, so at the very top of our CSS file, this is what we do. That's that. So then we'll target the body. Okay, so the whole text in the body elements, so we'll give it a font family of Monstrat. Okay, Monstrat. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, so the design is very nice. It's very eye-catchy. Okay, so what we'll do next is we'll target this dot media test. Okay, and we'll give it opacity of 0.7. Okay, opacity 0.7, which will not make it deep black, so something like light gray or something like deep gray, right? Yes, and also what we'll do is we'll decrease this image here and bring it just here. Okay, we don't want it to, I mean, be at the top, which will make our design not looking very nice. So what we'll do is we'll add a margin top, which will bring it down. Okay, so here's the media image. Okay, so margin top. Okay, margin top, we give it 1 rem. Then let's see what's going on. So okay, this one is not quite good, let's do it 2 rem. Let's see. Okay, okay, this one is very, and also what we'll do is we'll give it a margin right, so that this one could shift to the right. Okay, so margin right, so we'll give it something like 1 rem. Then let's see what's going on. Okay, so we give the space nicely. Okay, yes, so what we'll do is we'll just give the card image a radius. Okay, we'll give it a radius of 30 px. So card image, the image here, we'll give it border radius of 30 pixels, 30 ps, and see what, wow, this is looking nice. So I think this is quite looking good. But you know something, let me change this kind of image, then I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I noticed something. Okay, so let's remove this paragraph here. Okay, so let's move, then just leave it as a plain text there. Let's see how the design works. Okay, so wow, this is looking nice, right? This is the actual thing we're going to develop here. So I think we are almost done with this, the structure of our card. Okay, so what we'll do next is we'll add a shadow to it. Okay, we'll add a shadow so that the card looks like something like this. Okay, before we add the hoverable box shadow to it, then it looks nice. Okay, so let's add a shadow to it. So what I'll do is target the main card. Okay, the main card, then I'll do a box shadow. Okay, box shadow of 0 px1 px2 px, then I'll have an RGBA, right? Give it 0 0 0, then I'll give it 0.158. so this is the color I want to use for my box shadow. Okay, let's see how it looks. All right, so here it means that we have to add a padding to it so that everything don't just fix together with the main container or the main card. Okay, so we'll just add a padding to it, so there'll be a space around the elements. Okay, so give it a padding of 1 rem. Padding 1 rem. Okay, so wow, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. You can see it's looking very nice. So let's add a border radius of 30 px to the card itself. So what we do is border radius 30 px. So that's that. So let's see. Wow, this is a nice looking card. I mean, you can add it to your website when you're developing. What's next is what we're going to do is add the hoverable nature to it. Okay, so that look very nice and cool, right? So what we'll do is so we are not going to add the animation to the card, but we're going to target the studio class, okay, of the card, which is the after. So dot card after, okay, then we'll give it a content of no content. So no content, okay, no content. Then we'll give it the top, start from the top. But before that, let's add a position to this one so that the after will be in line or will not go beyond the card. So what we'll do is position relative, right? Then we'll do this one position absolute. So just before the content, we'll do position absolute, right? Absolute. Okay, then we'll give it a top of 0, then a left, okay, the left of 0, then also we'll give it a height of 100%, so for the whole height. Then we'll give it a weight of 100%. Okay, so with this one, let's see what's going on. You don't see anything here. So what we'll do is add a box shadow. Okay, so this is the after. Okay, so what we'll do is when you hover over the box card, now the after, the studio class, will now appear as a shadow, just like this one. So this is the after that's appearing. Okay, it's not the main card, this is the after class. So the after studio class, that's what we're going to show. So what we'll do is we'll give it a box shadow of the end. Okay, so at the end we'll put the box shadow, and we'll do it for the Y, 0 for the X, for then here to be 64. Okay, so that's it. So you see, now you see the after showing here, but we don't want to show the after here. Okay, we want to hover it before we show the after. So what we do is we give it an opacity of 0. Opacity of 0. Opacity 0. Okay, so this one is going to hide it. It's hidden. Okay, so let's not forget to add a border radius to it. So border radius of that px. Right, now let's move on to the animation. Okay, so I have a comment here called animation, and what we'll do is whenever we hover over this card, we should show the after studio class which is attached to this card. Right, so what we do is dot card hover. Okay, when I hover the card, I have to show the after. Okay, after, then the after I'll give it opacity. Okay, opacity of 1. So meaning if I hover over it, it should show. How the magic is just beginning, right? But what we'll do here is when we hover over it, it just transition and it scale up to be big. Okay, this size is not as this. Okay, so what we'll do is when we hover over it, we'll scale it a bit, like 1.1 or 1.05. Okay, so let's do that. So let's add a transition to this card. Right, so transition, let's do it all. Let's do it 0.6 seconds, and let's do something like linear. Right, let's add the same thing to the after. Okay, so the after is something like a duplicate of the card itself, but also but also shows when we hover the card. So something like this. Oh, the magic is just beginning. So what we'll do is we'll add a scale to the main card itself, and then we'll move this box shadow to make it look like this. Right, so let's do that. So this card, right, this card, so card. So when I hover over this card, I don't want a box shadow, so box shadow of none. Okay, none. Then I'll scale this. Okay, I'll scale it to 1.05, and let's see what's going on. Oh wow. So what we'll do here is change the mouse pointer to be something like the cursor to be like a pointer. Okay, so then I think we'll be done with what we are designing. It is very nice. So when we hover over this card, we want the cursor to be like a pointer. So let's see. Wow, but there is some trick here I want to show you. I want to change here to be cubic. Right, so the transition I want to do it cubic bezier. So this thing like this, sorry. So cubic, you can search for more on this thing, and this one makes the animation looks very nice other than the linear. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Refresh, and let's see what's going on. Wow, but there's something going on, right? Oh, I just made a mistake here. Okay, so instead of writing just a scale, I have to do it a transform. Okay, I have to use it. Sorry for making that mistake. Transform scale. Okay, I want to scale it in 1.05 and 1.05. So that's it, and let's see what's going on. Wow, this is looking nice. Okay, so I think that's it. So we can duplicate it to be like to be in thread. Okay, so 1 2 3. So let's do that. Just copy and paste it here. Just look for the main card. Copy and paste. Copy, paste it. Oh, they are in vertical form. So let's do some simple trick here. So what we'll do is add a flex to the container. So flex, we'll do it display, right? Display, not inline, but we'll rather flex key. Then we'll add, so yeah, so let's see. Oh wow, it's looking nice, but we want to add some margin here so that it doesn't stack over each other or it doesn't join together. Okay, so what we'll do is every card we'll add a margin right of 2 rem. Okay, so wow, and we are done with our hoverable card. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and you will learn more from this. I take everything slowly so you understand what I'm doing. Okay, so that's that. So meet you next time in the next video. Thank you very much.